However, instead of guessing or relying on rumors, let's dive into the details Shirley MacLaine herself revealed about the actor she bonded the least with during her long career. She described working with this co-star as a challenging experience, noting that their personalities clashed frequently on set. She felt their acting styles didn't complement each other, leading to tense moments during filming. MacLaine admitted that despite her professional efforts, she struggled to establish a comfortable working relationship with this person. She even described the experience as exhausting and frustrating, often feeling that her talent was overshadowed by conflicts behind the scenes. Over time, she chose to focus on her craft rather than dwelling on negative interactions, but her honesty about this particular co-star surprised many. The truth about her least favorite working partner remains a rare insight into the realities of Hollywood relationships, showing that even icons face conflicts despite their fame. Having built a reputation over many years, Shirley MacLaine is known for her unapologetic honesty and a career that spans decades. Throughout her time in Hollywood, she has worked with many of the industry's finest actors, directors, and producers, earning praise for her talent and dedication. Despite her success, there have always been whispers of feuds and tensions on set, which some believe added a layer of intrigue to her career. Recently, she gave an interview that surprised many in Tinseltown, where she openly shared insights and truths about her long journey in the film industry. During this interview, she revealed details about the challenges she faced, moments of conflict, and her honest feelings about her experiences with fame and Hollywood's inner workings. Her candid honesty resonated with many fans and colleagues alike, sparking conversations about the realities behind the glamour and glitz of show business. The interview also indicated that even in her later years, MacLaine remains outspoken and true to herself, never afraid to voice her opinions or reflect on the ups and downs she encountered throughout her career. Her story continues to inspire those who admire her for her resilience, authenticity, and lasting impact on the entertainment world. As Shirley MacLaine nears her 90th birthday, she continues to impress audiences with her enduring talent and captivating presence on screen and stage. Her career has spanned many decades, and throughout that time, she has become a beloved figure in Hollywood, known for her versatility and commitment to her craft. Despite her age, she remains active, taking on new roles and participating in projects that keep her relevant in the entertainment world. Her ability to dazzle audiences has never waned, and her performances continue to showcase her remarkable talent and experience. However, behind the scenes, her relationships with fellow actors have sometimes been complicated. There have been occasions where she openly expressed dislike for certain co-stars, which has led to tensions on set. These moments of candid honesty have occasionally caused friction, reflecting her straightforward manner and strong personality. Nonetheless, her professional achievements and dedication to her work have left a lasting mark on the industry. Her presence on screen remains impactful, and her influence as a seasoned actress continues to be felt tenant, even as she approaches her advanced years. Shirley MacLaine's determination to entertain and inspire others remains strong, proving that her passion for acting has not diminished over time. After working with Shirley MacLaine, some colleagues have shared their honest impressions of her. One co-star even boldly said she was the most unbearable actor they had ever worked with, demonstrating that not everyone found her easy to work alongside. Despite this, Shirley MacLaine has made a strong impression in the entertainment world through her impressive career and talent. She has accumulated significant wealth over the years, which she sometimes mentions humorously. In fact, she once said that the only reason people are nice to her is because she has more money than God. This statement reflects her awareness of how her wealth influences interactions with others. While some may have found her difficult, her financial success is undeniable and has been a notable part of her public persona. Despite the mixed opinions, Shirley MacLaine's talent and enduring presence in Hollywood have kept her in the spotlight for many years. Her confident attitude and awareness of her wealth often make her stand out in conversations about fame and relationships in the industry. Still, her reputation remains complex, with some praising her achievements and others noting her challenging personality. Ultimately, her wealth and the way she believes others perceive her reveal much about her personality and her sense of humor. Her career, along with her outspoken remarks and wealth, make her a memorable figure in film history, with many stories surrounding her interactions with colleagues and her own sense of self. She continues to be a topic of discussion, blending her success with her candid statements about her personality and her standing in Hollywood. Moving from her childhood, Shirley MacLaine was born in Richmond, Virginia, On April 24, 1934, she was named after the famous child star Shirley Temple, reflecting her parents' admiration for the popular actress. Her father, Ira Owens Beatty, had a diverse career as a psychology professor, working in the field of mental health and education. He also served as a public school administrator and later became involved in real estate, showing his versatility in different professions. Her mother, Kathleen, chose to pursue a career as a drama teacher, indicating an interest in the arts and performance. Growing up in such an environment, Shirley was exposed to both academic and artistic influences from an early age. Her family's background in education and arts likely played a role in shaping her future career in acting. The blend of psychology, education, and drama in her upbringing gave her a broad perspective and an understanding of human nature, which she later brought to her roles on screen. As she grew older, these early influences helped her develop her talent for acting and her appreciation for the performing arts. Even in her youth, the connection to performance and storytelling was evident, setting her on a path toward becoming a celebrated actress. Her family's diverse professional background and love for the arts contributed significantly to her development and eventual success in Hollywood. Certainly, Shirley MacLaine shared a close bond with her brother Warren Beatty, who became well known in Hollywood for his work as an actor, writer, and director. Warren was very talented and successful, and he even changed how he spelled his last name to stand out more in the entertainment industry. Their bond grew stronger because they both loved acting and storytelling, and they supported each other in their careers. Growing up, Shirley and Warren were raised in a Baptist household where religion played an important role in their daily lives. Their upbringing in a Baptist family gave them a sense of tradition and moral values that they carried with them into their careers and personal lives. The religious background shaped their views and helped them stay grounded amid the challenges of Hollywood fame. Shirley often spoke about her childhood and how her faith influenced her, even as she ventured into the entertainment world. Their shared family values and strong religious roots created a foundation that supported their pursuits and kept them connected through the years. Warren's career, like Shirley's, was built on talent and perseverance, and their childhood experiences in the Baptist church left a lasting impression on both of them. Despite their fame, the bond with their family and their religious upbringing remained central in their lives. Growing up, Shirley MacLaine experienced a childhood influenced by her family's diverse backgrounds and movements. Her uncle, MacLeod, played an interesting role in shaping her early understanding of politics and family history. MacLeod was a member of Ontario's legislature in the 1940s and was known as a communist, which added a political twist to her family tree. His involvement in politics was quite significant at the time, and it introduced Shirley to a world of ideas about government and social issues from a young age. Meanwhile, her family, the Beatty family, moved several times during her early years. They first lived in Virginia, a state known for its history and traditions. The family's moves weren't always easy, but they eventually settled down in a neighborhood called Dominion Hill in Arlington. This area offered a stable place for Shirley to grow up, amid the backdrop of constant change and movement that marked her early life. All these experiences, the influence of her uncle's political background, and the frequent relocations helped shape her understanding of the world and her perspectives as she grew into a famous actress. Her childhood was a mix of political stories, family upheavals, and new environments that contributed to her development as a person and a performer. Although Shirley MacLaine is widely known for her acting talent and screen presence, she also demonstrated impressive sports skills during her early years. She showed her love of sports by joining an all-boys baseball team, a bold move for a young girl at the time. Her participation in the team was marked by her strength and determination, and she quickly gained recognition for her athletic ability. Shirley's teammates and coaches soon gave her the nickname Powerhouse because she was able to hit home runs with remarkable skill and consistency. Her impressive performance on the baseball field earned her admiration and showed that she was not only talented in acting but also in sports. However, even with her athletic success, Shirley's real passions soon took shape in a different area. At the very young age of 3, her mother enrolled her in ballet classes at the Washington School of Ballet. From the moment she learned to dance, Shirley developed a love for movement and artistry that would stay with her throughout her life. Ballet became her true passion, giving her a sense of discipline and grace that complemented her later acting career. Despite her achievements in sports and her early start in ballet, Shirley MacLaine's heart was ultimately drawn to the world of performance. Her dedication to dance and her natural talent helped shape her into the versatile performer she became. Throughout her life, she often credited her early exposure to both athleticism and ballet as important influences that contributed to her success and confidence. She continued to explore new interests, balancing her energetic athletic side with her artistic talents, proving that her early experiences laid a foundation for her extraordinary career. Her journey from a young girl excelling in baseball and ballet to a celebrated actress illustrates her diverse talents and her passion for lifelong learning and self-expression. Although Shirley MacLaine is best known as an actress, her early years were marked by challenges in ballet that tested her perseverance and determination. She battled weak ankles, which made it difficult to perform certain dance movements, but she refused to give up. Instead, she worked hard to strengthen her feet and ankles, always pushing herself to improve. Because of her tall stature, she often found herself playing male roles in classic ballets, as her height did not perfectly align with traditional female roles in dance. She soon realized that her body type was not well suited for a professional ballet career, especially since her height and feet were not ideal for classical ballet standards. This realization led her to explore other performing arts, where she could still express her love for movement and performance. Shirley began to try different styles of dance beyond ballet, and became interested in acting, which offered new opportunities to perform and tell stories. She also ventured into musical theater, where her versatility allowed her to connect with audiences through song and drama. These experiences helped her discover that there are many ways to pursue a passion for performance, even if one's initial goals don't work out exactly as planned. Her journey through ballet's challenges and her transition to acting and theater demonstrate her flexibility, resilience, and willingness to explore new paths in the performing arts. She learned that setbacks could lead to new doors opening, and she embraced each new opportunity along the way. Her story inspires others to keep moving forward despite obstacles, reminding them that finding one's true calling may take different forms, and that persistence is crucial in the pursuit of art. Following her high school years at Washington Lee High School, Shirley MacLaine's life was filled with a variety of activities that helped shape her future in show business. During her time in high school, she was more than just a student who focused on her studies. She actively joined the school's cheerleading team, showing her enthusiasm and ability to perform in front of an audience. In addition to cheerleading, Shirley took part in many school productions, gaining experience on stage and developing a passion for acting. Her performances in these high school plays were just the beginning of her journey in the entertainment world. As she continued to participate in multiple productions, her confidence grew and her talent became evident. Before even finishing high school, Shirley decided to pursue her dream of acting professionally. She began her career in the theater world, making her way to Broadway in New York City, where her talent and dedication allowed her to take on more significant roles. By embarking on her Broadway venture before her senior year, Shirley showed determination and a strong desire to succeed in acting. Her early experiences in school and the stage laid a solid foundation for her future success, leading her to become a celebrated actress known around the world. Beginning her career on stage, Shirley MacLaine gained her first taste of success by working as part of the chorus in the famous musical Oklahoma. This production allowed her to perform in front of large audiences and gain experience as a performer. Later, in 1953, she was part of the dancing ensemble in the musical Me and Juliet, which further showcased her talent and versatility as a performer. Her big breakthrough came unexpectedly when actress Carol Haney, who was her understudy in the musical The Pajama Game, suffered an injury. This accident gave MacLaine the opportunity to step into a leading role on short notice. Her performance was so impressive that it drew the attention of critics and producers alike, helping her stand out in the entertainment world. This turning point marked her transition from a chorus girl to a recognized actress, opening doors for more significant roles in movies and on stage. Her talent and readiness to take chances allowed her to capitalize on this accidental opportunity, setting her on the path to a successful career. From this breakthrough, Shirley MacLaine continued to build her reputation as a talented and dedicated actress, eventually becoming a well-known name in Hollywood. Her early success on Broadway laid the groundwork for her future achievements and helped her establish herself as a versatile performer capable of captivating audiences across different mediums. Immediately after her promising start, Shirley MacLaine's performance in her first film attracted the attention of notable Hollywood figures. Producer Hal B. Wallace saw her talent and decided to give her a chance at Paramount Pictures. This opportunity led to her debut in the film industry, where she starred in the 1955 movie directed by Alfred Hitchcock called The Trouble with Harry. Her role in the film showcased her acting skills and helped her stand out among other new actresses. As a result, she received the Golden Globe Award for New Star of the Year actress, a significant recognition that marked her emergence in Hollywood. During the 1950s, Shirley took on many different roles, demonstrating her versatility as an actress and gaining popularity with movie audiences. Her hard work and talent paid off when she received an Oscar nomination for Best Actress in 1959, further cementing her place as one of Hollywood's rising stars. Over the years, her career continued to grow, but her debut and the Golden Globe win remain important milestones that launched her into a successful acting career. During the golden age of Hollywood, Shirley MacLaine established herself as a talented and versatile actress with a rich filmography that showcased her ability to portray a wide range of characters. She appeared in many movies that reflected the glamour and vibrancy of that era, including comedies, dramas, and musicals. Her roles in films like Artists and Models demonstrated her charm and comedic timing, while her appearance in Around the World in 80 Days highlighted her ability to take part in grand adventure stories filled with excitement and humor. In Hot Spell, she showcased her talent in more serious and emotional roles, proving her range as an actress. However, one of her most notable performances was in the film Some Came Running, where she played Ginny, a compassionate prostitute. Her portrayal of Ginny brought depth and sensitivity to the character, capturing the complexities of her life and the kindness she showed despite her circumstances. This powerful performance earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress, recognizing her skill and the impact she had on audiences and critics alike. Her work during this period solidified her reputation as one of Hollywood's most promising and talented actresses, paving the way for a successful career that would continue to evolve long after the golden age faded. Shirley MacLaine's contributions to film, her diverse roles, and her recognition through the Academy Award nomination all reflect her importance in Hollywood's history and her lasting influence on the art of acting. Certainly, Shirley MacLaine's career reached a significant turning point with her role in Billy Wilder's film The Apartment. In this movie, she portrayed an elevator operator named Fran Kubelik, a character caught in a complicated romantic situation involving her boss and another woman. This role showcased her talent and brought her into the spotlight, earning her critical praise. Although she did not win the Oscar for this performance, it was a pivotal moment that helped her gain recognition as a leading actress. After this breakthrough, MacLaine continued to shine brightly in Hollywood. She was often compared to Marilyn Monroe, and even took over some of her roles. For example, she starred in movies like What a Way to Go and Irma la Douce, where she played charming and comedic characters. These films demonstrated her versatility as an actress, showing that she could handle comedy and drama with equal skill. Shirley MacLaine's ability to adapt and perform in a variety of roles kept her relevant in the film industry for many years. Despite not winning the Oscar for The Apartment, her career kept flourishing, and she remained a beloved figure in movies. She continued to act in films, theater, and television, always captivating audiences with her presence and talent. Her journey from that notable role in The Apartment to becoming a well-respected star is a testament to her resilience and dedication to her craft. Shirley MacLaine's ongoing success and her ability to entertain and inspire audiences prove she truly continued to shine after her breakthrough. During the 1960s, Shirley MacLaine faced significant challenges in her career. One of the main issues was the cancellation of a major project that she had been looking forward to, which led her into legal battles as she fought to resolve the situation. Despite these setbacks, she did not let them halt her progress or dampen her enthusiasm for acting. Instead, she remained determined to continue her work and pursue new opportunities. Moving into the 1970s, MacLaine expanded her career by taking on a variety of different roles, showing her versatility as an actress. Her first notable film in this new decade was Two Mules for Sister Sarah, released in 1970, where she starred alongside Clint Eastwood. This film marked the beginning of her ability to adapt to different genres and characters. Throughout the 70s, she continued to explore a wide range of roles, showcasing her talent and resilience. Her willingness to embrace diverse characters helped her stay relevant and made her a respected figure in Hollywood. MacLaine's career in this period reflected her strength in overcoming difficulties and her desire to keep challenging herself creatively. After establishing herself in film and theater, Shirley MacLaine made a notable transition into television, taking on new challenges that showcased her versatility as an actress. She appeared in the short-lived sitcom Shirley's World from 1971 to 1972, where she played the role of a photojournalist. This role allowed her to explore a different side of acting, demonstrating her ability to adapt to the television format and connect with a TV audience. Although the show did not last long, it marked an important step in her career as she expanded her presence into TV. Throughout the 1970s, MacLaine continued to pursue live performances, returning to the stage with captivating concerts in both London and New York. Her energetic and engaging performances were highly praised, cementing her reputation as a dynamic live entertainer. One of her most famous live shows was at the Palace Theatre, where her performance was recorded and later released as a live album titled Shirley MacLaine Live at the Palace. This album captured the essence of her stage presence and her ability to entertain audiences with her charisma and talent. Her journey from television back to live theater demonstrates her commitment to giving audiences memorable experiences across different entertainment platforms. Her work in TV, live shows, and recordings highlights her dedication to her craft and her desire to stay active and relevant in the entertainment industry. Despite facing some criticism for her performances in films like A Change of Seasons and Loving Couples, Shirley MacLaine continued to pursue her career with determination. Many viewers and critics questioned her choices during this time, but she did not let the setback stop her. Instead, she worked hard to find roles that would showcase her talent and bring her back into the spotlight. In 1983, her career made a major turn with the release of Terms of Endearment. This film featured prominent actors like Deborah Winger and Jack Nicholson, and it became both a commercial success and a critical favorite. The movie was loved by audiences and critics alike, earning many nominations at the Academy Awards. It ultimately won 5 Oscars, including the most important one for Best Picture. Shirley MacLaine's performance in Terms of Endearment was a key part of the film's success, proving her talent and resilience. Her role in this movie helped to restore her reputation and showed that she still had a strong place in Hollywood. This turnaround marked a new chapter in her long and impressive acting career, reminding everyone of her skill and dedication to her craft. Since 1989, Shirley MacLaine has continued her career by taking on important roles in well-known films that added new lines to her impressive resume. She starred in the touching and heartfelt movie Steel Magnolias, where her performance brought depth to the story of women facing life's challenges together. She also appeared in Postcards from the Edge, a film that showcased her ability to play complex characters navigating the ups and downs of life and fame. Additionally, she was part of Rumor Has It, a movie that mixed comedy and drama and demonstrated her talent for versatile acting. After many years in film, she returned to television in 2022, showing her timeless appeal. She appeared in the popular Hulu series Only Murders in the Building, stepping back onto the small screen to delight viewers once again. Her work in both movies and television displays her dedication to her craft and her remarkable ability to stay relevant in the ever-changing entertainment world. Throughout her career, Shirley MacLaine has proved her talent in many roles, and her return to television in recent years highlights her ongoing influence and appeal. During her career, Shirley MacLaine experienced many moments of success and challenges, but one notable instance of friction involved Clint Eastwood. In 1970, while filming the movie Two Mules for Sister Sarah, tensions arose between the two actors. The conflict started when Elizabeth Taylor, who was then married to Richard Burton, played a role in shaping the casting and storyline. Taylor had introduced Eastwood to the film project, and the role he played, which was originally meant for a Mexican character. This introduction led to a change in the character's background and the way the story was told. MacLaine, who believed she was a strong part of the project, found herself at odds with Eastwood over the direction of the film and the changes to the character. This disagreement marked a clear moment of friction in her otherwise successful career. Eastwood's introduction to the role and the subsequent adjustments in the script created a tension that affected the cast dynamics during filming. Despite this, both actors continued their careers successfully, but their interaction during this project remains a notable story within Hollywood history. The situation with Eastwood and the role change demonstrated how studio decisions and emerging relationships could influence the working environment on a set. It also highlighted the impact that well-known personalities like Elizabeth Taylor could have on film projects, sometimes stirring conflicts among actors. This episode stands out as a significant example of the personal and professional challenges MacLaine faced in her acting journey. Despite facing doubts about her appearance early on, Shirley MacLaine managed to secure the role she aimed for, demonstrating her perseverance and talent. However, the process of filming brought its own set of difficulties. On the set, there were moments when the actors and the director found MacLaine difficult to work with. Eastwood, a prominent actor involved in the project, and the director both shared concerns about her attitude during filming. They thought she was not very cooperative and sometimes appeared to be challenging to work with. Furthermore, they questioned her femininity and felt that her behavior was too assertive for the scenes and roles they envisioned. These challenges made the filming process more complicated, but she pushed through the obstacles, showing her determination to succeed. Despite the disagreements and the initial doubts about her suitability, Shirley MacLaine's performance ultimately proved her capabilities. Her journey in this project illustrates the typical struggles that actors often face behind the scenes, especially when their personality or appearance is scrutinized or when their approach differs from others. Overcoming these setbacks, she continued her career and became a respected actress, known for her resilience and dedication. Despite any apparent tension or friction between Shirley MacLaine and Clint Eastwood, she chose not to delve deeply into mentioning him extensively in her memoirs. Instead, she preferred to keep her reflections on their relationship quite subdued, possibly respecting privacy or focusing on her own experiences. However, she did share some amusing incidents during a Q&A session at the TCM Film Festival, where she brought up moments that highlighted Eastwood's practical approach to life. She recounted a story involving Eastwood dealing with a problematic horse, where he responded quickly and decisively by giving the horse a punch, demonstrating his no-nonsense attitude and straightforward manner. MacLaine playfully noted Eastwood's practical and pragmatic way of handling challenges, pointing out that he is a very practical person in both his personal and professional life. She also made a light-hearted remark about his political beliefs, jokingly suggesting that Eastwood's conservative or Republican leanings are part of his straightforward personality. Despite her careful choice not to elaborate much about him in her written memoirs, these anecdotes reveal a side of Eastwood that is practical, direct, and perhaps a bit rugged, matching the persona he has often portrayed publicly. MacLaine's stories and comments offer a glimpse into a different aspect of their relationship, emphasizing her respect for his practicality and no-nonsense attitude, even if she avoids more detailed personal reflections. These moments serve to humanize both actors, revealing their personalities beyond the screen, and capturing their interactions in a light-hearted, genuine way. During the 65-day shoot in Mexico for the film Two Mules for Sister Sarah, the production encountered many difficulties. With a budget of around $4 million, the team worked hard to bring the story to life, but the journey was not smooth. One of the main problems was the health of the cast and crew. Shirley MacLaine, a talented and well-known actress, faced a tough time during filming. Many other team members also became ill, which made their work difficult. The illnesses were caused by the unfamiliar food and water in Mexico, which did not agree with everyone. Adjusting to a different climate and diet added more stress to the project. Despite these setbacks, the team continued to work through the problems. The challenging conditions tested everyone's patience and resilience, but they pushed forward to complete the movie. The difficulties during filming showed how unpredictable movie production can be, especially when shooting in a foreign country with different health risks. Still, Shirley MacLaine and her colleagues kept going, determined to finish the project they had started. The experience served as a reminder of the obstacles faced in filmmaking and the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. Later on, the tension between Shirley MacLaine and Deborah Winger became a well-known story in Hollywood. MacLaine once said about an experience involving Winger, "I didn't think I was taking a job for no pay," showing her displeasure about the situation. This remark suggests that MacLaine felt the work or the circumstances surrounding it were unfair or not worth her time. The comment was not made in a light-hearted way. It reflected a sense of frustration or disappointment from MacLaine about a particular project or interaction with Winger. Many years went by, and the disagreement between the two actresses remained unresolved, keeping this incident alive in Hollywood gossip circles. Over time, it became clear that the discord was more than just a simple disagreement. It was seen as a symbol of ongoing tension between them. Fast forward 35 years after the initial remark. The story still drew interest because it showed how some conflicts can last so long and remain part of Hollywood lore. These kinds of stories add a layer of intrigue and history to the lives of famous people, making fans and followers more interested in what goes on behind the scenes. Readers can see how disagreements or comments, whether minor or major, can leave a lasting impact and become part of the larger story of Hollywood history. In this case, the feud between Deborah Winger and Shirley MacLaine is remembered not just as a personal issue, but as a noteworthy tale that highlights the complex relationships in the entertainment industry. Since you asked for a detailed account focusing on Shirley MacLaine's Bravo appearance and on-set incidents, I will share what is publicly known in this context. In 2018, Shirley MacLaine appeared on the Bravo network in an interview or show segment where host Andy Cohen was involved in a conversation about MacLaine's career and experiences. During this appearance, Winger, who was part of the discussion, corrected Cohen regarding her relationship with MacLaine, emphasizing the nature of their dynamic. The conversation turned toward some of the rumors and anecdotes that have circulated about MacLaine over the years. These rumors included stories about instances that occurred during filming or social interactions, such as a humorous claim that someone had passed gas during a scene, which was part of the gossip surrounding her. Additionally, there was speculation involving MacLaine and a love scene, in which it was alleged that she was licked on her leg by another actor or performer. Winger did not deny these stories completely, but admitted that there was a kernel of truth to the rumors, implying that some of these incidents may have had a basis in real events, or at least originated from real behaviors or moments that became exaggerated over time. This candid discussion shed light on the more playful and human side of MacLaine, demonstrating that even Hollywood legends can become part of amusing, if slightly embarrassing, anecdotes. The entire conversation reflected the blend of celebrity glamour and reality, often marked by offbeat incidents that escape the polished image people usually see on screen. It also showed the camaraderie among actors and hosts in openly sharing personal stories and clarifying misunderstandings. Overall, the appearance highlighted some behind-the-scenes moments and the importance of truth in the midst of Hollywood gossip. Despite her long and successful career, Shirley MacLaine is often remembered for her intense acting style and her ability to portray strong, complex women on screen. During the filming of the movie Terms of Endearment, she worked with Deborah Winger, and their relationship on set was famously contentious. This tension reflected the strained rapport between their characters, Emma Greenway and her mother Aurora, played by MacLaine. The film, which was adapted from Larry McMurtry's 1975 novel, became a Hollywood classic and is considered one of the most beloved films of its time. Shirley MacLaine's performance as Aurora earned her critical praise, showcasing her talent for carrying emotionally charged roles. Her interactions with Winger during filming were often marked by disagreements, yet despite their personal challenges, the film's success proved that their collaboration created authentic chemistry on screen. The story of Aurora, a fiery and outspoken woman, mirrored MacLaine's own reputation for being passionate and dedicated to her craft. Her portrayal in Terms of Endearment contributed significantly to the film's acclaim and cemented her place as a Hollywood icon. Over the years, the movie's enduring popularity has kept her memory alive as a brilliant actress who could bring depth and authenticity to her roles, even amidst personal and professional difficulties. The film remains a testament to her incredible talent and her ability to connect with audiences through her powerful performances. After its initial limited release on November 23, 1983, the film featuring Shirley MacLaine as Aurora Greenway gradually gained popularity and found a larger audience. It eventually earned a total of $165 million at the box office, making it the second highest grossing film of that year. The story centers on Aurora Greenway, a widowed woman who lives alone but is surrounded by her thoughts and memories. As the story unfolds, Aurora interacts with various men who are interested in her, but her focus is also on her relationship with her daughter Emma, which is often tense and complicated. Throughout the film, Aurora struggles to find happiness and balance in her life while dealing with her feelings and her daughter's reactions. Shirley MacLaine's performance brings warmth and depth to the character, capturing the complexities of a woman who wants to connect with others, but also values her independence. The film's success grew from its relatable story about family, love, and personal growth, resonating with audiences who saw themselves in Aurora's experiences. Its nuanced portrayal of human relationships and the heartfelt acting helped it become a major hit. Over time, more viewers discovered the movie in theaters and later through rentals and television, solidifying its place in film history. As the years went by, the film remained popular, remembered for its engaging story, and Shirley MacLaine's memorable role as Aurora Greenway. Firstly, Emma's life unfolds as she moves with her husband, Flap Horton, to a new town because of his job as a teacher. They are dedicated to building a family and supporting Flap in his career. During this time, Emma faces many challenges, especially with money being tight and limited resources. Despite these difficulties, she manages to raise 3 children with love and patience, creating a warm home amid uncertain circumstances. As the years pass, Emma's life is filled with the busy chores of motherhood, balancing household responsibilities while supporting her family through financial ups and downs. Meanwhile, elsewhere in her world, Aurora struggles with feelings of loneliness that sometimes feel overwhelming. Living nearby, she begins to find comfort and companionship in an unexpected way. Aurora becomes involved with Garrett Breedlove, a retired astronaut who is not only her neighbor, but also a man with an adventurous past. Their relationship develops quickly as Aurora is swept into a whirlwind romance, bringing excitement and new emotions into her life. As Aurora navigates this new romantic chapter, her feelings for Garrett deepen, and she finds herself captivated by his stories and charm. Emma, meanwhile, continues her journey balancing life as a mother and wife, always keeping her family together through their ups and downs. The story reveals how both women deal with love, loss, and change in different ways, while their lives intersect in subtle yet meaningful ways. Throughout these events, both Emma and Aurora discover that life can take unexpected turns, and sometimes the path to happiness is filled with surprises. Emma's years of dedication to her family and Aurora's search for companionship demonstrate the resilience and hope that keep them moving forward. As the narrative unfolds, their stories highlight the importance of relationships, personal growth, and finding joy even in the hardest times. The connection between Emma's steady life of family and Aurora's passionate romance paints a rich picture of how life is full of new beginnings and enduring bonds, shaping their futures in ways they never imagined. Emma's life takes a dramatic turn when she learns of Flap's affair and is diagnosed with terminal cancer. This diagnosis brings together her mother Aurora, Flap, and Garrett, creating a complex emotional situation. The bond between Emma and her family deepens as they come to terms with her illness. Both Shirley MacLaine, who played Aurora, and Deborah Winger, who played Emma, received Best Actress nominations for their performances in the film. MacLaine ultimately won the Oscar for her role, delivering a memorable acceptance speech, where she famously declared that she deserved the award. Her powerful performance in the role, alongside Winger's equally compelling portrayal of Emma, became iconic in cinema history. The film not only highlighted the struggles of a family facing illness and infidelity, but also showcased the resilience and strength of women in difficult circumstances. MacLaine's victory at the Oscars was a testament to her talent, and the film remains a significant achievement in both actresses' careers. Shirley MacLaine, a seasoned Hollywood actress, found herself in a complicated situation during the filming of Terms of Endearment, a movie that would go on to become a classic. Her initial interactions with Deborah Winger, a rising star at the time thanks to her role in Urban Cowboy, were filled with tension. MacLaine, with her decades of experience in the industry, did not immediately recognize Winger's potential. Their differences in approach to acting, their contrasting personalities, and varying levels of professional maturity created a palpable friction on set. MacLaine, known for her meticulous preparation and commitment to her craft, found herself clashing with Winger, whose more free-spirited, unorthodox style of acting was both refreshing and unsettling to MacLaine. Winger's rise in Hollywood was meteoric, and while MacLaine respected her talent, there was a clear generational and stylistic gap between the two actresses. Their contrasting methods of working were a source of unease and misunderstanding. The tension between them was not just about acting styles, but also personal dynamics. MacLaine was, at the time, a well-established figure in the industry, used to being in control of her performances and the overall direction of a project. Winger, on the other hand, was still carving out her place in Hollywood, and, at times, seemed to challenge MacLaine's authority. The disagreements, often subtle but undeniable, made their working relationship difficult, and it was clear that both actresses were forced to adapt to each other's presence on set. Despite these initial conflicts, their collaboration in Terms of Endearment would eventually lead to mutual respect, with both actresses giving standout performances that would earn critical acclaim. However, the initial tension remained a significant part of the film's behind-the-scenes history. The complicated dynamic between MacLaine and Winger became an important chapter in the making of a film that would forever be remembered as one of the greatest in cinematic history. During the filming of their project, Shirley MacLaine's artistic process was marked by her reserved nature, which contrasted sharply with Winger's rebellious attitude. This clash of personalities brought an authentic tension to the scenes, effectively reflecting the mother-daughter friction that the story aimed to depict. MacLaine's method was to approach her roles with a quiet, introspective style, often immersing herself deeply into her character's emotions and motives. Meanwhile, Winger brought a more energetic and defiant presence, her rebelliousness creating a palpable tension on set. This dynamic created a complex interplay that added depth to their performances, but also generated some personal friction during production. Director James L. Brooks observed the relationship between them as particularly enigmatic, noting that even those involved behind the scenes could not fully understand it. The relationship appeared layered and multifaceted, not entirely explainable by the visible or rehearsed interactions. It seemed to carry an unspoken history, an emotional resonance that extended beyond the script or any direct communication. This enigmatic quality of their relationship made the portrayal on screen more compelling, adding a layer of authenticity and complexity that resonated with audiences. The tension, mixed with mutual respect and underlying understanding, contributed to their powerful performances, even as it remained a puzzle for those watching or working with them. Their on-screen relationship, shaped by their real-life personalities and the mysterious, almost unknowable bond, became a defining element of their work together. As the process continued, both women brought their own unique approach, blending their differences into a compelling portrayal that reflected the nuanced and layered nature of human relationships. The entire experience of working together was marked by this mix of rivalry, respect, and enigma, creating a memorable and impactful collaboration that left a lasting impression on all involved. Certainly, here is the detailed and coherent response based on the provided summary. Shirley MacLaine is known not only for her impressive acting career, but also for her strong personality and dedication to her craft. She has worked with many talented actors and directors over the years, earning respect and admiration in Hollywood. One notable aspect of her work ethic is her gritty and intense approach to acting, which she has described as a method that requires focus, perseverance, and a willingness to push herself beyond comfort zones. This gritty method has set an unconventional tone on the set of her projects, and has sometimes made those observing from Paramount or other studios take notice. Her rigorous approach often involves deep emotional work, and a commitment to authenticity that can be demanding but ultimately rewarding. Alongside her professional reputation, MacLaine's relationships with her peers have at times been marked by rivalry and tension. The backstage rivalry between her and Winger has become quite famous in Hollywood circles. Their clashes, often characterized by strong personalities and differing working styles, have gained attention similar to the legendary clashes of the past. These famous rivalries remind many of the intense conflicts between iconic actresses like Bette Davis and Joan Crawford, whose confrontations have become part of Hollywood lore. The rivalry between MacLaine and Winger is often seen as a reflection of the competitive nature of show business and the high standards that actresses like MacLaine uphold. Despite these conflicts, both actresses have contributed significantly to their craft, and their professionalism remains apparent. This rivalry has added an intriguing layer to Hollywood history, and has kept fans and industry insiders interested in their careers and interactions. Later, during the interview with David Letterman, Shirley MacLaine came to promote her film Madame Suzatska. As the conversation went on, Letterman started to make jokes about her fascination with past life regression, which she had publicly expressed her interest in for many years. She seemed a bit uncomfortable when the jokes continued, feeling that the topic was too personal or serious to treat as comedy. Despite her efforts to steer the conversation back to her movie, Letterman kept teasing her about her spiritual beliefs and past lives. The tension in the room became noticeable as MacLaine tried to maintain her composure, while the audience laughed at the jokes. This moment showed the difference between her openness about her spiritual interests and the comedian's humorous approach. Although she was known for her acting talent and experience, this interview revealed a more personal side, and how she handled situations when her beliefs were not taken seriously. The awkwardness persisted, but MacLaine remained polite and graceful when facing the jokes. Over time, she continued to speak about her interest in past life regression, showing that she was comfortable sharing her beliefs despite the teasing. The interview remains a memorable moment because it highlighted her unique personality and her willingness to be open about unconventional ideas. It also showed how sometimes, even in light-hearted interviews, personal beliefs can create moments of tension or humor. MacLaine's calmness and honesty during the interview reflect her strength and confidence in her choices and her identity. This incident remains a part of her history, illustrating her ability to stay true to herself in the face of humor and skepticism. Her openness about past life regression and her experience in Hollywood have made her a distinctive figure in entertainment and culture. She continues to inspire many by maintaining her beliefs and her dignity in various public appearances. The interview underlines how personal interests can sometimes clash with the expectations or sensitivities of others, but staying true to oneself is always important. MacLaine's handling of the situation demonstrates her resilience and individuality, qualities that have contributed to her lasting legacy in the arts and beyond. Beginning with her appearance on the show, Shirley MacLaine appeared visibly annoyed and frustrated during her interaction with David Letterman. She expressed her displeasure openly, telling him he was in big trouble because of unresolved karma. Her words showed that she felt upset about the way the conversation was unfolding, especially when she was asked about her beliefs and past lives. Her tone was firm and assertive, indicating her strong feelings about the subject and her desire to not get into details that she considered private or sensitive. After a commercial break, the situation seemed to escalate. Letterman continued to tease MacLaine about her reluctance to discuss her past lives, making jokes at her expense and persistently pushing her to talk. MacLaine's discomfort grew, and she appeared increasingly tense and unhappy with the line of questioning. The tension between the two became more noticeable as Letterman kept joking, while MacLaine tried to maintain her composure but clearly wanted the conversation to end. Throughout the segment, her frustration was evident in her words and expressions. Her reactions showed that she felt misunderstood and perhaps overwhelmed by the persistence of the questions about her spiritual beliefs. The exchange highlighted her feelings of being cornered and the discomfort she experienced when her personal beliefs were put into the spotlight in a way she did not appreciate. The interaction reflected the complexity of her personality and her willingness to stand her ground despite the humorous teasing from Letterman. Overall, it was an intense moment that revealed her deep feelings about her spiritual journey and her frustration with being scrutinized about her past lives and unresolved karma. Since her rise to fame, Shirley MacLaine has been known for her strong personality and her willingness to speak her mind. When it came to her firm stance on certain issues, she never backed down, even in the face of controversy. She once shot back at a question with a clear and determined attitude, referencing her 1986 appearance on a popular talk show. During that appearance, she caused a stir by insulting the host with a 7-letter word that many found offensive. MacLaine's response to critics has often been direct and unapologetic, showing her confidence and refusal to be silenced. In a surprising twist, she once engaged in an unusual gesture during an interview. Instead of sticking to respectful conversation, she offered the host a meditation, displaying her interest in spiritual practices. Her behavior then took an even more bizarre turn when she began to examine the host's hair closely, as if trying to analyze or connect with him through this strange act. This surreal event caught many by surprise, highlighting MacLaine's eccentric personality and her openness to strange or unconventional interactions. Throughout her career, she has been known for her boldness, her devotion to spirituality, and her unpredictable actions, which continue to mark her as a distinctive figure in Hollywood. Every statement and act she makes seems to reinforce her reputation as a woman who stands her ground firmly, no matter what circumstances she faces. Her openness about her beliefs and her candidness in interviews keep her in the public eye, making her both admired and sometimes misunderstood. Yet, she remains unafraid to express her true self, no matter how unusual her methods may seem to others. Her strong stance and willingness to offer a meditation and then examine a host's hair underscore her unique personality and her desire to challenge conventional norms, leaving a lasting impression on all who watch her. Initially, during a live interview, Shirley MacLaine made an unusual gesture that caught everyone's attention. Her action seemed out of place, causing the interviewer, David Letterman, to respond surprisingly quickly. Without warning, Letterman abruptly cut the interview short, pretending he had a pressing matter to attend to, and hurried off to a commercial break. This sudden ending left many viewers confused, wondering what had triggered such a quick exit. A few days afterward, Shirley MacLaine appeared on the show Entertainment Tonight, where she openly discussed the uncomfortable incident. She expressed her frustration about how the interview had unfolded, especially pointing out how Letterman repeatedly brought up her past lives, despite her previous statements and clarifications. MacLaine felt that her words were being ignored, and that the repeated references to her beliefs about past lives were making her uncomfortable. She explained that she was upset because she believed the interview was turning into a confrontation rather than a fair conversation. MacLaine's honesty about her feelings highlighted her desire for respect and understanding regarding her personal beliefs. The incident drew attention to the challenges faced by celebrities when their personal views clash with media expectations or interviewer styles. Fans and viewers could see that Shirley MacLaine valued her privacy and her views, even if they might differ from mainstream opinions. The situation also showed how media interactions can sometimes go wrong, especially when boundaries are crossed or misunderstandings occur. Despite the awkward ending and her public discussion of the ordeal, MacLaine remained a respected actress and personality known for her strong opinions and authentic character. Her experience on the show served as a reminder of the importance of respectful communication and the difficulties celebrities often face behind the scenes when dealing with the press. It also underscored her commitment to stand by her beliefs, regardless of how inconvenient or uncomfortable they might be in a public setting. Her open conversation about the incident allowed her fans to see her true self, someone who values honesty and personal integrity above all else. She felt that David Letterman did not show proper respect for her beliefs and past experiences. Whenever they talked on his show, he seemed to have jokes ready, often focusing on her past lives and spiritual beliefs. She believed that making jokes about something she took very seriously was not respectful. She expected a show of understanding and kindness, especially since her beliefs were important to her, and much more than just entertainment. Despite this, she did not hold any anger or hard feelings toward Letterman. Mary Hart from Entertainment Tonight once mentioned that MacLaine was not upset with him personally, but that she might choose not to appear on his show again. This decision showed her respect for her own beliefs and her feelings. She values honesty and kindness and expects the same from others, even if they have different views. She believes that respecting each other's beliefs is essential, especially when those beliefs are deeply personal. Her way of handling the situation reflects her respect for her own feelings and the importance of sincerity in conversations. Even if she prefers not to appear on his show in the future, she remains gracious and understanding. She wants to promote understanding and respect among people of different beliefs and backgrounds, showing that it is possible to disagree without harboring resentment. Her approach highlights her commitment to her values and her hope that others will also treat her with kindness and respect for her spiritual beliefs. This balance of respect and no hard feelings remains a significant part of her personality and how she deals with public interactions. Later in her career, Shirley MacLaine never returned to the late-night stage after a particular incident that left a strong impression. She was known for her vibrant personality and her ability to speak her mind, which sometimes made her a memorable presence on television. In 1989, during a conversation on the show Later with Bob Costas, David Letterman, who was the host at the time, reflected on an encounter he had with MacLaine. He mentioned that he found her to be full of energy and spirited in her conversations, which he appreciated as he enjoyed engaging discussions that were lively and interesting. However, he also admitted that his meeting with MacLaine left him feeling a bit perplexed, as her remarks and behavior during that encounter were unusual and hard to interpret. Despite his admiration for her boldness, he decided not to invite her back to his show. From then on, MacLaine remained absent from the late-night television scene. Her reputation as an independent and outspoken actress helped her stand out, but it also meant she chose not to pursue frequent TV appearances later in her career. The reflection by Letterman highlights how even famous and confident personalities can have moments that leave others somewhat puzzled. This particular encounter became a small but notable story in her long career, showing that her spirit and individuality often brought both admiration and curiosity from those she interacted with. As a result, Shirley MacLaine's presence on late-night talk shows became a rare event, and her personality continued to influence both her work and her relationship with television audiences and hosts alike. There was an interview involving Shirley MacLaine that brought some interesting moments and challenges for the team conducting it. During the conversation, David Letterman joked about feeling like he wanted to slap her, which showed the level of tension that existed. This tension mainly came from not having a pre-interview to discuss what topics would be covered beforehand. Without that chance to prepare, Letterman and his team had to get ready for the interview on the spot, which can be more difficult, especially when dealing with someone as well known as Shirley MacLaine. They decided to focus their preparation on her past life beliefs, because those beliefs are a significant part of her personality and public image. Letterman thought it was fair to bring up her beliefs, since they are so important to her, and influence many of her choices and opinions. The team had to think quickly and adapt to the situation, balancing the need to be respectful with the need to ask questions that would engage the audience. Overall, the challenge lay in managing the natural tension that arises when there's little preparation and difficult topics are involved. The interview reflected the complexity of discussing someone's deeply held beliefs, especially when the interviewer and guest aren't fully aligned or ready. Despite the challenges, the team aimed to conduct a sincere conversation that would highlight Shirley MacLaine's unique personality and her view of the world. This experience demonstrated how important team preparation can be, but also how flexibility and a good sense of humor can help navigate unexpected moments. When Shirley MacLaine appeared on David Letterman's show, she chose not to talk about her past lives or her beliefs in reincarnation. This surprised the host because she is well known for her interest in spirituality and her books on the topic. Instead of discussing these personal subjects, she kept the conversation light and focused on her acting career and personal stories unrelated to her spiritual beliefs. Letterman, known for his humor and quick wit, made a joke about her decision, saying he was baffled. He humorously mentioned that he wanted to ask her why she hadn't answered the hotel phone earlier that day, implying that she was avoiding serious questions about her spiritual views. This moment created a funny and memorable scene on the show, as the host's light teasing contrasted with MacLaine's reluctance to share her thoughts on past lives. Her choice to steer clear of the topic showed her desire to keep some parts of her life private, even while being in the public eye. The exchange highlighted her personality, calm and reserved, yet willing to engage in witty banter. It also demonstrated how humor can be used to lighten moments when discussing unusual or personal topics. Despite her silence on past lives during that appearance, Shirley MacLaine's interest in spirituality remains well known, adding to her intriguing personality in the entertainment world. Her appearance on the show, marked by the humorous remark from Letterman, left a lasting impression. Since the interview, Letterman kept bringing up the conversation in later episodes, turning it into an ongoing joke that became well known among viewers. He often referenced their interview with a humorous tone, making fun of some of the comments she had made, or the way she handled certain questions. This persistent teasing seemed to amuse him, and he continued to include it in his late-night routines, knowing that it added a layer of playful banter to his show. Shirley MacLaine, however, did not take these repeated jokes lightly. She did not shy away from expressing her honest feelings about Letterman, describing him as negative and critical. She was clear that she did not appreciate being the subject of constant ribbing without a real reason. Despite her straightforward comments about not liking the way he treated her, she also made it clear that she could enjoy the jokes if they were genuinely funny and done in good humor. MacLaine believed that comedy should be playful and respectful, and she appreciated humor that came from genuine wit rather than simply poking fun at someone out of meanness. She maintained a proud attitude, standing her ground when it came to her feelings, but she also had the grace to accept humor when it was done well. This balance allowed her to keep good spirits about the ongoing joke, even though she was not shy about expressing her true opinions on Letterman's approach. Her reactions showed that she valued sincerity and humor that was clever, rather than critical or mocking in a way that felt unfair. Over time, the relationship between her and the ongoing joke evolved into a kind of mutual understanding, with MacLaine showing that she could take a joke as long as it was respectful and genuine. She remained composed and confident, handling the situation with her characteristic style and humor. Later in an interview with Oprah, Shirley MacLaine spoke about her reputation as a person who believes in reincarnation, and how she is often seen as a spiritual figure in popular culture. She explained that she never felt upset or criticized for this persona. Instead, she viewed it as part of who she is, and believed that people are free to have their own beliefs. She also shared that she enjoyed the humor directed at her, and did not mind it as long as the jokes were funny. MacLaine mentioned that she was open to collaborating with comedians and writers to create jokes about herself. This showed her light-hearted attitude and her willingness to have fun with her public image. She thought it was important that humor was genuine and good-natured, and she appreciated those who could make others laugh. Throughout her career, she has embraced humor about herself, understanding that it helps keep her relatable and human in the eyes of her fans. Her openness to jokes and collaboration with comedians reflects her playful personality and her acceptance of her place in pop culture. She sees humor not as criticism, but as a way to connect with people and enjoy the lighter side of fame. MacLaine's attitude toward her persona and humor reveals her confidence and her love for life. Throughout her career, she has remained positive and approachable, finding joy even in the jokes about her spirituality. Her approach to humor and collaboration demonstrates her understanding of how humor can build bridges between herself and her audience, making her a beloved figure in Hollywood. She sees life as a journey that is full of surprises and always interesting, almost like an amusing trip that keeps her entertained. To her, life is something she enjoys observing and experiencing, often with a sense of humor. She believes that life is a kind of out-of-body adventure, where she can look back and laugh at the different twists and turns it takes. Even when she faced a difficult moment after her interview with Letterman, she still felt a lightness about life and didn't hold much dislike for him. Instead, she found that her attitude remained positive, and she appreciated the humor in many situations. However, her feelings about Anthony Hopkins are quite different. She doesn't like him and has strong feelings about her disapproval. Her dislike for Hopkins goes beyond a simple dislike. It seems to be rooted in some deeper feelings or past experiences that upset her. Despite this, she continues to see her life as a journey filled with ups and downs, always ready to find humor or meaning in what comes her way. She believes that even the unpleasant parts of life are just moments to learn from or to laugh at in the end. Her perspective on life helps her move forward without getting stuck in negative feelings about the past or certain people. Instead, she keeps her focus on the amusing and interesting aspects of her journey, always ready for what comes next. Despite her long career and many acclaimed performances, Shirley MacLaine was known for having a difficult reputation on set. She was labeled by some as a genuinely disliked actress because of her attitude and behavior during filming. There was a noticeable tension between her and Anthony Hopkins, one of her co-stars, which went beyond simple disagreements. Hopkins was very clear in his feelings, though he never directly named her, that he found her to be the most obnoxious actress he had ever worked with. This comment revealed a level of frustration and dislike that extended beyond casual annoyance, hinting at serious conflicts or personality clashes. Many who observed the situation believed that MacLaine's actions and attitude contributed to this tension, making her a less popular figure among some colleagues in Hollywood. Her reputation for being difficult added to her complex image, which included her talents and achievements, but also her reputation for causing discomfort on set. The story of her strained relationship with Hopkins became part of her anecdotal history in the entertainment industry, illustrating that even highly successful actresses can face challenges with their peers. It also serves as a reminder that behind the scenes, relationships can be complicated, and reputations can be shaped by personal interactions. Throughout her career, Shirley MacLaine continued to work and achieve success, but these stories of conflict add a layer of complexity to her public image. Many still remember the remark of Anthony Hopkins as an example of the kind of difficulties she sometimes brought to her professional environment. Her ability to continue working despite these issues shows her resilience and dedication to her craft, even when her relationships with coworkers were strained or difficult as time went on. The stories about her attitude served as a reminder of the importance of professionalism and the impact of personality in Hollywood. Her story remains part of the larger conversation about fame, attitude, and the challenges of working in the entertainment industry. Public or private, her reputation for being difficult on set has persisted as a notable aspect of her career, contrasting with her unmistakable talent and success. The dynamic between her and Hopkins exemplifies how personal feelings and professional interactions can sometimes clash in the high-pressure environment of filmmaking. Through this, people learn that even the most talented can have complex personalities that influence how they are perceived by others, especially when tensions flare or personalities clash. This story about Shirley MacLaine and Anthony Hopkins offers insight into the often complicated relationships behind the scenes of Hollywood productions, showing that behind every star can be a story of conflict and resilience. After noticing the struggles of others around her, Shirley MacLaine often reflected on the importance of support and understanding in difficult times. She knew that dealing with alcohol issues can be a long and challenging journey, both for the person fighting addiction and those who care about them. MacLaine mentioned that Robin Williams, an actor who was part of the entertainment world, experienced similar struggles. She shared that Robin Williams faced his personal battles with alcohol before he became sober. According to her, the hardship was significant because Williams had been dealing with these issues 5 years before, starring in movies like A Change of Seasons, a film that showed some of the inner conflicts he faced. MacLaine highlighted that Robin Williams eventually decided to seek help, and this decision was crucial for his recovery. She explained that when someone reaches out for help, it often becomes a turning point. Williams talked openly about how seeking assistance made him realize he was not alone in his fight. It helped him face his fears and provided the strength needed to stay sober. MacLaine believed that sharing stories about overcoming alcohol problems can inspire others to get help and realize that recovery is possible. She emphasized that seeking help shows courage and that no one has to face their struggles alone. Her own observations about Williams' journey remind us all that help is available, and with support, overcoming addiction is within reach. Initially, their interaction was marked by a fundamental clash that seemed rooted in their very differing personalities. Sir Anthony Hopkins is known for his intense emotional depth, and is often aware of his own natural tendency toward anger, which he has openly acknowledged. His personality tends to be serious, controlled, and sometimes guarded, reflecting a man who carefully guards his emotions and interactions. On the other hand, Shirley MacLaine is recognized for her straightforwardness and her ability to stand firm in her beliefs. She is often direct in her communications and does not shy away from expressing her opinions, even if they differ from others. Her personality is marked by openness, honesty, and a strong sense of self-assurance. These contrasting traits naturally led to disagreements or misunderstandings, especially when their perspectives clash during conversations or work interactions. Hopkins' tendency toward anger could sometimes create moments of tension, especially when he felt challenged or misunderstood, while MacLaine's firm stance and directness often meant she was unafraid to speak her mind, which might have further fueled their disagreements. Despite these differences, their interactions were sometimes filled with moments of mutual respect, understanding that deep differences can lead to interesting exchanges. Nevertheless, their natural inclinations played a significant role in the dynamic between them, with each personality shaping the way they responded and related to each other. Their clash, therefore, can be viewed as a reflection of their core personal traits, showcasing how contrasting temperaments can influence relationships profoundly. Initially, Shirley MacLaine has often been associated with strong convictions about her beliefs and her personal energy. She believes that human emotions can resemble volcanic energy, powerful and intense, capable of both creating and destroying. This idea resonates with her own experiences, and perhaps reflects her understanding of her inner strength. She has shared how she has learned to manage these powerful feelings over time, realizing that trying to please everyone can be difficult and sometimes harmful. Instead, she focuses on being true to herself and speaking honestly, valuing authenticity over superficial charm or false image. In a 2020 interview with Variety, MacLaine made it clear that she is not a diva. She emphasized that she doesn't see herself as someone who demands special treatment or expects to be the center of attention because of her fame. Her approach is simple. She tries to be truthful and genuine, avoiding an air of entitlement that some might associate with celebrity status. Throughout her career, she has shown that she values honesty and humility, staying true to her beliefs about living authentically. Her perspective highlights a sense of strength rooted in self-awareness and truthfulness, while also acknowledging the power within human emotions that can either uplift or harm. Her attitude reflects a desire to remain grounded despite her success, emphasizing that real strength comes from honest self-expression and understanding one's own